it's Christina, and I'm here today with September wrap-up and August TBR video. So keep on watching if you want to know what I've read in September and what I'm going to be reading in October. Well, I read 4 books in September, and I'm kind of ashamed because I could read more. I always could read more. I planned on reading 5 books with everything that was going on. I think I really did great. So let's get started. So the first book I've read in September was Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This book was everything I've wanted. I give it 5 out of 5 stars, of course. I can think of just one thing I don't like about this series. It's the predictability of it. In Throne of Glass, I kind of, in the ending, there was some kind of like talk and with Elena, and I was kind of like thinking, yeah, that's what she said. I was like, oh my god, Selena is... I don't want to give any spoilers for the people who haven't read it. Yeah, this series is really kind of predictable when it comes to Selena. Even though I can't really predict what she's about to do like next, but I always think I can always predict how the book is going to end and what she's going to decide. But I really love this series so much. Yeah, so this was the first book I read. I was planning on reading Air of Fire, and it didn't work out. I read like 350 pages of it, and then I stopped. And then I've read The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Yeah, I was planning on reading this book for so long. I've bought this book like almost a year ago, and I still haven't read it because I was saving it for September, because I knew Infinite Sea was coming out in September, so I read it in September. And oh my god, I love this book so much. Give it 5 out of 5 stars, of course, and I knew I was gonna love it. I just knew it before not just about the hype, it was not really about the hype, but I really enjoyed it, and I just really knew I would love it. Because of what it's about. It's sci-fi and it's dystopian. It's got a weird kind of alien aspect to it, and I really like it. And it's kind of apocalyptic, thing, and I just really haven't read anything like this in a long time. And I really love everything about this book. It was so great. I love the alien aspect of it. I really love the protagonist. The main protagonist, Cassiopeia. I really enjoyed it so much, and I really even like the romance and Evan, and it was really great. Ben Parrish, the other soldier who is the other's perspective of it. I don't know what I think about him yet. I think I'm not liking him that much. I kind of didn't even care about him in it, but I really, really love this book. Then I read a book that was also on my TBR pile, and I was planning on reading it so long, and actually I needed something cute and sweet because Air of Fire and the Fifth Wave, I totally needed something to pick me up and do something cute with relationship, and what is best than Stephanie Perkins books, and I read Lola and the Boy Next Door. I was planning on reading this book for so long since I read Anna and French Kiss, and I didn't love it as much as Elena, but I really liked it. Not loved it, but I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The main thing that bothered me was Lola. Because she was so indecisive, and she was like dating this douchebag, and Cricket was right there, and he wanted her, and he was everything that she wanted from a guy, and I was like, oh my god, what you waiting for? I would just pick him and grab him and just, and just do everything with him. And she was just so, I was like so mad. I was so mad at her, so mad. But then, the last 30 pages of this book was so good, and I really loved it. So I had to give it 5 out of 5 stars. If only it was because of Cricket. I'm not ashamed. Then I actually started and finished this book, and this is the final book I read, and this is The Tiger's Quest by Colleen Hugg. This is the second in the Tiger Saga series, and it's really massive. It's really massive, and I think it's bought from the library, and I have to return it soon, so I just had to read it. I was not in a mood for this. If you don't know what it's about, the first one was Tiger's Curse, and I kind of talked about it in my previous August wrap up, I think. And this book I liked. I really liked it. I liked it, even though Kelsey, the main protagonist, was annoying more than in the first book. But I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. I have a love and hate relationship with this. I love it because of Fran, the tiger in this, the white tiger. This is his brother Kishan on this cover. And there's a kind of romance going on in this too, because this is a romance novel. This is a romance series. And the ending of it, oh my god, it was not unexpected, but it was something that reminded me of something in other books, in other series that is behind me. I just liked it, but I don't love it. That's all I can say. So, I'm planning on reading at least 3 or 4 books. Actually finishing the books that I started in September, and I didn't finish in September, so I'm hoping to finish it in October. But there's gonna be a lot of school going on. I'm in college, and there is so much work there. I was just there for 2 weeks, and I need to study, so I'm really gonna be lucky if I read something. So, because school is gonna get me so busy. Let's get to it. The first book that I'm going to show you and I'm kind of planning on finishing, because I've already started it, is Air Fire by Sarah J. Maas. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like 359 pages in. I have like 200 pages left. Oh my god, this book is so good. Even without Kialina, it's amazing. From the beginning, it's kind of slow paced, and it's really massive. But I just don't want this book to end. I would finish it in September, but I just couldn't, because I would have to wait a freaking year for another book, and it's gonna be torture. And I was not ready. I'm still not ready, but I just don't want it to end, because I don't want to. And I have heard some things of this, kind of, not really spoiled, but I've heard some things, I can't avoid spoilers. It's happened to me before, and it's gonna happen again. So, but it's not really spoiler, but I really love this book so far. Then, I'm currently reading it too, is A Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. I'm like 260 pages in. I have like 100 pages left, and I'm really enjoying it. I really do. If you don't know, this is about time traveling, and it's really interesting. I'm liking it. I'm really enjoying it, and it's really good. The main character is 16-year-old Gwyneth, or Gwendolyn, that it's actually in Czech version, and she's got this gene, this time traveling gene, and she was not prepared for it, because everyone thought that it's not her, it's some other girl, and so there's like this kind of time traveling going on, and I'm really liking it. This book I was planning on reading in September, but then got to it, and that is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. I'm so excited to read this book. It's really short. It really supposed to be longer. It just has 300 pages. I have no idea what is going to be in this book, but I'm really excited to read it. I really heard some mixed feelings and reviews on it. So someone loved it, someone kind of didn't like it that much. So I'm really excited what I think of it. And then the last book I'm planning is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I was waiting, so hopelessly waiting to read this book for like a year. And I just like, okay, I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna marathon all 3 books in October. But then change of plans because of school, you know, because of freaking school. And I'm gonna be lucky if I start this. That is all for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And leave me in the comments below what you're gonna be reading, and if you are busy just like me at school. And if you're sad if you're not gonna be reading that much like me, and I'm really, really pissed and sad. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you, I don't know when. I'm gonna just leave it like that. So, ciao!